Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now guys. If you guys are able to listen me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know guys. All clear? Okay, great guys, awesome. So, did you guys do yesterday's assignment guys? Did you guys complete yesterday's assignment? Please let me know. So first, let me ask you, what was yesterday's assignment? That is the first question I should be asking, right? I'm asking the wrong question right here. What was yesterday's assignment, guys? Could you guys let me know? What was yesterday's assignment, guys? Could you guys let me know? Revision, right? All commands for branching, merging, revision, and practice. So did you guys do that? Did you guys do that, guys? Please let me know. Did you guys do that? Please let me know, guys. Good. See, even if you have not done it, guys, at the end of the day, it is not something that is going to cause me any trouble, right? It is not something that is going to affect me. At the end of the day, it is only you guys who are going to get affected, nobody else. Make sure, guys, that you are able to complete your revision as well as practice as much as possible, guys. Yeah, as much as possible. So that's great, guys. If you guys did it, I'm really proud of you. If you have not done it, it's fine. Like, you're still coming to the classes, you're learning. That's fine. There's nothing I can say about it. Try to do as much revision as possible, guys. Okay. The next thing that we are going to do right now is that today we are going to start out with our new topic, that is GitHub. So we are going to go towards from Git to GitHub, guys. Okay, that is going to be our aim. I'm going to tell you guys how to create your own particular account itself. What is the process? Blah 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 blah. All that I'm going to help you guys out with that, guys. Please listen to me very carefully. It is a very important topic right over here. Now, if you want to get into the IT field, if you want to get into any kind of IT field itself, you still have to have a GitHub account. You need to have a LinkedIn account, guys. You need to have a GitHub account, guys. You need to have a good resume. These are the three things that a recruiter is going to see, and a recruiter is going to ask from you guys as well. Okay. So make sure that these three things are something that you guys are creating and you guys are maintaining as well. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Git is not over. Git and GitHub coexist, foundationally coexist itself. You are going to use Git with GitHub as well, right? There's still more things we are going to learn in Git. How to integrate it with GitHub, how to use Git commands in GitHub, all that things as well we are going to see. But right now we're going to start with creating our own GitHub account, guys. If you don't have it, I'm just going to walk you through the entire thing, guys. Do not worry. That is my aim for today's class. Listen to me very carefully, guys. Do not miss out on anything. Okay. So let me do one thing. First of all, let me just search for GitHub, guys. Right over here, let me just search for GitHub. So as you're able to see, this is the GitHub website, guys. GitHub.com. This is my own portfolio, guys. So I'm having two like things that I maintain. One is Shaurasana ML. That is my profile, guys. That is my current profile right over here. That is my current profile right over here, guys. And then Shaurasana BIT 2K18. That was my college profile. Okay, why is it hanging right over here? Okay, so I usually maintain two accounts, guys. One is Shaurya Sinha ML and then Shaurya Sinha. So let me just show you guys that. Let me go to your profile. So this is my profile, guys. As you're able to see, this is my profile right over here, guys. Shaurya Sinha ML. This is where most of my project that I want to keep, I keep it right over here. And this was my college profile right over there, guys. This is my college profile. As you're able to see, computer programming, all certificates, machine learning main, Django main, web development. So in machine learning, if you go to my profile, you will be able to see so many projects that I've completed. Introduction to TensorFlow for artificial intelligence, machine learning and deep learning, machine learning revision, AI projects, deep learning projects, machine learning projects, ML and DL deployment projects itself. So I keep all my things well organized right over here to make sure that everything is visible if anybody wants to check it up or not. So you also need. So when I was in college, I was a big fan of Marvel. So I used to keep my organization picture as Marvel Iron Man picture. So I shouldn't have done that, but still it's fine. Who is going to see it, right? So make sure that you guys are maintaining your profile itself, guys. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new profile, guys. That is where we are going to start it. So we are going to. I'm just opening up my own profile right over here from DevTown's account. Okay. I'm going to just search for your GitHub right over here. So GitHub, and then I'm going to open up GitHub from right over here. I'm going to click on sign up, guys. I'm going to create my account right now. So I'm going to click on sign up, and from right over here, welcome to GitHub. Let's begin the adventure. Enter your email. So shaurya.sinha@devtown.in. That is going to be my email that I'm going to have. Create a password. So let me first hide the password itself. I'll create a password right over here. Okay, that is not hidden. So now I've created my password. Enter a username. So let's enter dev_shaurya_sinha. That's a good username, I guess. Let's put up 1, 2, 3. I can only put up hyphens, not underscores. So let us put up hyphens instead of underscores itself, guys. And it can be alphanumeric. So alphanumeric is there. So enter. Would you like to receive product updates and announcements via email? No, I don't want to receive that. Continue. Solve this puzzle to verify you are a human. Start puzzle. Pick up one square that shows two identical objects. So this is the square that shows two identical objects. Identical objects again. This is the one. Let's create the account, guys. So it's, as you're able to see, it's a very simple way of doing it, guys. It's a very simple way of doing it. Let me just check up on the code itself, guys. So let me just check up on the code that must have come up to my thing. Okay, let's start entering the code. So 850, 85310, 85310, 818. Enter the code. Welcome to GitHub. How many team members are working for you? Just me. Are you a teacher or a student? I'll write a student because I'm creating your account. So I'm just like showing you how to create your account itself. Okay, what specific features are you interested in using? Collaborative coding, yes. Automating and CI/CD, yes. Security, right now I don't want to do that. Client apps, let's take it up. Project management, now I don't want to do project management, but that is up to you. Team administration, community, of course we want to go further with community. So continue from right over here, guys. Free additional student benefits, GitHub Pro, blah 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 blah. So apply for GitHub student benefits. So if you are still in college, guys, you guys can use your email ID, your college official email ID, to take up GitHub Pro for free itself, guys. That is something that you guys can do and explore a lot of different things, especially the web-based support. So you actually don't require a computer to code. GitHub will provide you an entire VS Code environment online itself to create as many projects as you want. So yes, that is a very great thing, guys. So you guys can continue with that. But for us, we are going to continue with the free product itself. The animation looks superb right over here. So it is initializing our dashboard right over here, guys. So as you're able to see, this is our dashboard right over here. Okay, so this is how you are able to create a good like profile itself. Now first, we are going to create our readme profile. So just click on this play button, guys. We'll create a simple readme profile, guys, for you guys. So just click on this create button and change stuff right over here. I am blah blah blah. I'm interested in blah blah blah. Fill it up according to you. I'm looking to collaborate on how to reach me. Make sure that you are the one who is doing this. Okay, for us, I'm just going to go with defaults because this is not a profile that I'm going to like create at any particular point of time. So I'm not going to utilize it as well. So now I'm going to go back to my profile, guys, and this, as you're able to see, this is my profile right over here. Now to create a new repository, just like you were creating a repo inside of Git, let me open up your chat section, guys. I'm not able to see your chat, so I'm not able to understand whether you guys are even listening to me or not. So there, give me a second, guys. I'll just open up the chat section right now. So just follow these steps, guys, to create your own profile. It's very simple, very easy, nothing too hard about it. Okay, very easy to create a profile itself, guys. Once you're able to create a profile, then we are going to create our very first repository. Now, these repositories that exist are online. The current repositories that we were working for was offline, like that was just on our computer itself. The repositories on GitHub that you create are online repositories. You can make it public as well, that anybody else will be able to see those repositories. Anybody else will be able to make changes to your repositories, will be able to send some requests for changes, can collaborate with you guys right over there on your projects, because everything is happening online. So whatever we learned in Git offline itself, everything that we learned in Git offline, that is what GitHub is, just online, available to everybody throughout the entire world. And that is the beauty of this itself, guys. We are going to see one project at the end of this bootcamp, guys, in which we will be using somebody else project. We will be utilizing that, we will be downloading, and we will be using that project to hack into various different Wi-Fi networks around us, guys. Okay, so that is what we are going to do as a project. That is what I thought as a project itself, guys. We are going to utilize that to download that project. We are going to use that project, and we are going to hack a particular Wi-Fi. That is what we are going to do. We are not going to write a single line of code for that, right? So here, as you're able to see, let's create our very first repository itself, guys. We'll create our very first repository. So just go into repositories itself and just click on this new button. Okay, just click on this new button on the top right corner itself, guys. This will create an online repository for you. First, we need to provide it with a repository name. So let's provide it with demo repo 1. Yeah, demo repo 1, guys. We will check it up as demo repo 1 itself, guys. Let's provide it with a description. If you want, you can provide it with a description. If you don't want, you can like ignore it as well. That is up to you. So we'll just ignore it right now. Don't make any changes. Keep it public, guys. Don't make any changes right over here. We don't have to do anything. And just click on create repository, guys. Okay, create repository itself, guys. That is what you want to do. So as you're able to see, your repository has been created. If you want to create a new repository from your own computer, these are the commands that you need to follow. If you want to create, like you already have a repository on your computer that you want to push to this online repository, then these are the things that you need to follow, guys. Now, first of all, what we are going to do is, again, we are going to open up our our code sandbox, guys. So we'll go back to our code sandbox once, our Replit. Okay, we'll go back to our Replit once again, guys. So let me open up replit.com. No. This is just for everybody. So you don't have to create a new GitHub account if you already have one. That is like you still have one. That is fine. Those who don't have it, I just thought that I will show them that how you can create your own account itself. Let's do an ls right over here. Let's go into cd intro to git. Okay, and we'll do an ls right over here. Now, as you're able to see, you are having div.py, divide.py, and index.py. These are the three things that we are able to have right over here. Now, what if you don't want your git? So git tracks everything that you're doing. Let's assume right now I do touch touch. Okay, and let's assume multiply .py. Okay, we do a new particular thing, guys. Multiply.py, guys. Multiply.py, as simple as that. We create a new file right over here, guys. Then if you do git status, when I do git status, we are able to see that it is tracking this multiply.py, guys. It is tracking this multiply.py. What if you don't want Git to track this file, guys? You don't want it to see this file as well. For that, you are having something called as .gitignore. Okay, gitignore, guys. Whatever you put in .gitignore, guys, it will ignore everything right over there. It will ignore everything, that all the files that are there. It will not track those files, guys. So let us create that file. So touch .gitignore. Okay, so just create a particular file, guys, called as .gitignore, guys. Then just open that file up. We'll open that file up, guys, right over here, as you're able to see .gitignore. And inside of this file, whatever you put it will stop. Like if I do git status right now, to get status right now, you are able to see that .gitignore file as well as multiply.py file. These are the two files that it is tracking right now. Let us put multiply.py file inside of .gitignore, guys. Let us put that. So we'll just put multiply.py right over here, and we'll save this. And now we'll run this particular line once again. Git status. As you're able to see, now only gitignore is being tracked. We are not tracking multiply.py file. Whatever file you put inside of gitignore, Git will ignore that file. Basically, it will start ignoring that file itself, guys. For example, if I put in gitignore as well, so .gitignore right over here. Inside of .gitignore, if I put .gitignore as well, and if I go back to my file, guys, if I go back right over here and run this particular line of code once again, git status, as you're able to see, it is not tracking any of those files. It is not tracking the gitignore file. It is not tracking the multiply.py file. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this and the use case of .gitignore, guys? Please let me know, guys. Why, sir? Because sometimes maybe you don't want Git to, like, you don't want a particular file to, let's assume, secret keys. Okay, you are having your secret keys itself to your AWS account. You don't want anybody to get access to those files, right? You don't want anybody to get access to your passwords at any particular point of time. So you'll put all those files that contain your secret keys, that contain your ID and password inside of .gitignore, so that never gets committed to any kind of repository itself. How to create gitignore? Just create a file called as .gitignore. Just create a file called as .gitignore, guys. So we have already done it right over here. Touch.gitignore, right? Touch.gitignore, guys. That is how you create the file. Touch.gitignore. Okay. The next thing that we want to see is so the current repository, the local repository that we have created right over here, we want to push it up to our online repository on GitHub. Demo repo 1. So to do that, we are going to utilize this particular concept, guys. It is to push an existing repository from the command line. To push an existing repository on the command line itself, guys. So we'll just copy the first particular line, git remote add origin, and we'll just copy that up right over here. So Control V. You have to do right click and paste. So this particular line that we wrote right over here, git remote add origin. Okay. So origin is the current name for this particular repository. This repository, this is the link to that repository that we created, the online repository on GitHub. This is the link to that, guys. And we are naming it as origin. We are naming it as origin, guys. And remote, we are adding a remote repository called as origin using git. We are adding a remote repository called as origin that we are nicknaming as origin, that we are adding inside of git itself, and this is the link to that particular repository. That is what we are doing right over here. Okay. The next thing that we have to do is we'll be going back, and then we have to check the branch, like the git branch my -n main basically sets your branch as your main master branch itself. Like that name of the master branch, we set it up as main branch. Okay, the master branch, we call it as the main branch itself. So let us do that. Let us go back. So right now inside of this origin, okay, inside of this origin repo itself, we are selecting the main branch, guys. We are selecting the main branch right over here. Let's click enter, and then whatever is contained inside of our local repository, whatever is contained within our local repository itself, we will be pushing everything to our origin, that is our remote repository. We'll be pushing everything currently present inside of this folder, guys. Currently whatever is present right over here, we'll be pushing it up to the remote repository that is present on GitHub, guys. So right click right over here, paste, and press enter. So it should, okay, remote invalid username or password, authentication failed for blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we need to do an authentication right over here, guys. Let's first try to do that. Let me try to do it once again. Let me see. Okay, so we need to authenticate ourselves. GitHub authentication CMD. Managing your personal token, blah blah. Set up git, blah 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 blah. Yeah, so I think so. I think so. I every single day tell you guys to go through it, right? Okay, blah 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 blah. Authentication with Git from GitHub. This is what we need to do. Correcting over HTTPS, correcting over SSH. If you clone with HTTPS, you can go with the grid credential and grid helper for more information about remote repository. Caching your credentials and Git. Oh, we need to do it in Mac. In the command line, auth login, then follow prompts. Okay, so first of all, we will have to install our GLI right over here. So we need to install it for our Windows. So Wingit, I think so. This is going to take up a lot of time. GitHub CLI. Okay, so let us first install the GitHub CLI, guys. So first we'll have to install GitHub CLI because we need to connect it right over there because I'm having a Windows laptop. Let us see if we are having Wingit to actually install it. Control C. Let us go back right over here, but I don't think so. We'll be having that present right now. Okay, let us see about authentication to GitHub. Git clone is used to clone an existing repository that we are going to see tomorrow. Like there is an existing remote repository, how to bring it up locally itself. That will be doing tomorrow itself, guys. Okay. Ting, ting, authentication with Git desktop. We cannot use that right now. GitHub token. Authentication with the command line. HTTPS. If you authenticate to Git CLI, you authenticate to the personal access token or via the web browser. For more access authentications CLI, see this. SSH. Let's go further with this. Git auth login. My token. Okay, so we don't have this token right now with us. Git auth login. Authenticate again by reading a token from a file. Git token. Authentication generate. Navigate to GitHub account, developer settings, personal access tokens menu, click generate new token, blah 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 blah. We go to Git, we'll open up GitHub right over here. Developer settings, so we'll go to GitHub right over here, guys. We'll go to settings right over here. From settings, we should be able to see developer options, developer settings, GitHub apps, blah blah blah. Personal access token, fine grained tokens, tokens classic. We'll go with tokens classic itself. Generate a new token itself. Generate a new token beta. Classic. We'll go further with classic. Tokens OAuth, they can be used for GitHub passwords over HTTPS. Note expiration. What is the token for? Demo login. Go with demo login itself. Expiration 30 days. That's fine with us. Scopes define the access for personal tokens, repository, workflow, write packages, read packages, delete packages, admin org, admin public key, admin repo hook. We'll just switch on everything right over here. User, delete repo, write discussions, admin enterprise, audit log, code spaces, projects, everything. We'll give it the proper thing, generate token. Okay, copy it up from right over here. We will go back to our settings. We will create our token right over there, guys. So gh auth login. Let us check if it works or not. The reason because we are doing it remotely, that is, it is not local right now, right? This is not local right now. We are doing it on Replit, right? If it was local, it would be very easy. We just have to install GitHub desktop, and that will like handle it everything for us. Because we are not doing it locally, we are doing it on Replit. That is the reason why we cannot install GitHub desktop. GitHub desktop is a particular application that is there that basically brings GitHub to your own computer locally, and that basically handles everything for you. So you don't have to worry about anything. But right over here, we don't have that liberty. We are working with a remote thing itself. We are working with Replit itself, right? So that is the reason why. Just paste it right over here, guys. Paste. Let's see if it works or not. Gh auth login. Let us see. Gh command not installed. It was located via Wix. Would you like to run gh from Wix from Replit and next file? Yes. We'll go further with this. Either cannot read replit.next. Very good. Okay, what type of account do you want to log into GitHub? Enter. We'll go with HTTPS logging in. Authenticate Git with your GitHub credentials. Yes. Logging with a web browser. Paste an authentication token. We'll go further with an authentication token itself. Paste your authentication token. So the authentication token that we copied from right over here. Okay, if you guys remember, we went to developer settings. From our settings itself, then we went to personal access tokens, tokens classic, and from there we went to demo login. That is what we created. And right over here, guys, update token. Let's just update the token itself. And okay, so we have to delete it. We have to understand and delete this token. Generate new token classic, note demo login, and expiring blah 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 blah. We have to do all this again. Workflow, write packages, delete packages, admin org, blah 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 blah. A lot of clicks right over here, guys. A lot of clicks right over here. Generate token. Copy the token. Go back. Paste the token right over here. Paste. Enter. Logged in as Dev Shaurya Sinha 123. As you're able to see, we have logged in into Dev Shaurya Sinha 123, guys. So we have finally logged in into our platform, guys. We have finally logged into our platform. To log into the platform, the command that I've used is gh auth login, guys. This is the command that I've used right over there. Login into the platform, guys. Gh auth login. Once you're able to log, like it will show you all these options, guys. You can go with the web version but choose HTTP, guys. Choose the HTTP option to log in. Choose the HTTP option to log in, guys. You'll get two options right over there. Either you can go with the token or else you can go with the web login. So web login, it will open up the login page. You can log in and right over there. But for my purpose, I chose the token, guys. I chose the token. To create the token, it is very simple. So just like, for example, right over here, I am opening up my program. I'm opening up my profile itself. I'll click on my profile picture. I will scroll down below, go into settings. From the settings itself, I will go in down below into our developer settings. From developer settings, I will select personal access tokens, tokens classic. From tokens classic, I'll click on generate new token and I will select the generate new token classic. Whatever token that I'm getting right over there, I will then come and paste it up right over here. Paste your authentication token, guys, as you're able to see, right? So first it was asking me that, okay, what account do you want to log into? So I want to log into the GitHub account. What is the preferred protocol for Git operations? HTTP. What is authenticate your Git and your Git credentials? Yes. Would you like to authenticate to Git CLI? So authentication token itself, and then I pasted my authentication token right over here, and I've already logged into it. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand these steps, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand these steps, guys? Please let me know. So now what we are going to do is we are going to write our last line of code, guys. So we are going to go back into our profile, your repositories, demo repo 1, and inside of that we are going to write our last particular code, that is git push u master origin. whatever is present inside of our local computer, we want to push it up to our repository itself. So just press enter, and as you're able to see, enumerating objects, counting objects, blah 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 blah, branch remote setup to track remote branch main from origin. So that has been pushed. So now if we go back to our program itself and we reload this particular page, as you're able to see, now it contains all this remote repository now contains all the local files that I had inside of my computer, along with all the different commits that I've made. As you're able to see, these are the different commits that I've made: initial commit, modified index.py file, added div.py file, added new feature divide, merged branch dev. Every single commit that I had locally inside of my computer, that commits are now available on this particular remote repository itself. Everything that I did over the past 3 days, it is now available on this remote repository as well. And that is, and you guys can access this repository. Every one of you guys can access this remote repository right now. I can send you guys this particular link in the live chat, guys, and you guys will be able to access the remote repository. So this is the remote repository itself, guys. Okay, this is the remote repository right over here. So you guys will be able to access the remote repository as well. So you guys can access the remote repository right over here from your own computer as well, guys, as you're able to see right over here. And that is the beauty of GitHub, guys. Even you guys can download the code. So if let's assume that I'm coming to this particular repository right now. So as you're able to see, this is the profile, guys. So I'll open this via my other profile. I'll open that from our other profile itself, guys. So as you're able to see, I'm opening up with Shaurya Sinha ML. This is a separate profile of mine. And now I'm a different person. Now if I'm a different person itself, I can download all the code from right over here. I can download all the code from right over here as well. So all the other things we are going to see tomorrow, guys. How can we access somebody's code? How can we locally put it up inside of our computer? What are the different processes to follow right over there? That we'll be seeing in our next class. Today I want everybody to create their own repository. I want them to push all their code from your local laptop into the remote repository itself. Whatever we have done today, I want you guys to practice it in before our tomorrow's class, guys. Could you guys do that? Could you guys do that, guys? Please let me know. Could you guys do that? Please let me know, guys. Git push hyphen u origin. That is the way to push it up, guys. Up. Please do complete your thing right over there, guys. Do not miss it out. Okay, do not miss it out, guys. So right now I'm going to give you guys the attendance of today's class. Please be ready, guys. Right now I'm going to give you guys the attendance of today's class. Please be ready. How to use it without repel it directly from your computer terminal. Just search for command line. You will be able to get it. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys what is the difference between a pull request and a branch. So a branch is basically inside of your code itself. A pull request is basically that you want to make some edits in a repository. It's a very different thing. Like when you make a pull request, a branch is created. Your own branch is created right over there. So pull request and everything, that is what we are going to see tomorrow. Okay, that is what we are going to see tomorrow. Can be accessed through a mobile phone as well. Yes, the entire class has been made in such a way that you guys will be able to access it from your mobile phone as well, guys. The entire thing I've done it, triple it, because you guys can able to access it from your mobile phone as well. Okay, so right over here, guys, I provided the today's attendance. Please start filling up the attendance. The attendance link will be closed exactly in 5 minutes, guys. The attendance link will be closed exactly in 5 minutes, guys. At exactly 8:57, the attendance link will be closed. And exactly at 8:57, guys, the attendance link will be closed. Please start filling up your attendance right now. We'll be continuing. Nikhil Verma, the backend classes is over. The project day 9 already happened. Please check the videos on DevTown itself, guys. You will be able to see Nikhil. The class has already happened right over there. I think so you missed the class. Please start filling up your attendance, guys. We'll be meeting in the next class at exactly 8:57. The attendance will be closed. Thank you so much, guys. We'll be meeting in the next class. I'll be continuing from right over there. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye.